You know, this electricity has cost me a lot of money, so make sure you put some money in my Patreon account. I'm broke. Infiniti is going to send us a 2024 QX60 SUV to drive. Let's see how much these things are. They're not cheap. And here's the base price, the usual options. Charging for paint again. This is the 8th car in a row, 8 weeks in a row where they've charged extra for paint. Just under 70,000 bucks. Made in Tennessee by American. And here's the crash test rating. Looks pretty good for a 5,000 pound rig. It should be. Here's your standard equipment. I'll just scroll down real quick. If you see something interesting, you just freeze frame it. Alright, enough of the paperwork. Let's go out and look in person. So here it is, and I think this is a very nice looking vehicle, especially with the blue metallic paint. Should for the extra 700 bucks they were charging us for. The famous Infiniti grille. The base vehicle comes with 18-inch wheels. We have the optional 20-inchers that really don't help ride, I'm told, but we'll find out once we get on the road. 3 things we do when we get a vehicle. First, we look at the brand of tires they're giving us, because a lot of manufacturers are putting cheapies on to save money. These are hand hooks. I'll just keep my opinion to myself. I'm not saying they're bad, but wouldn't be my first choice. Then we check to see if there's a spare tire. Yeah, it's under there. If you get a flat, you gotta crawl. Get yourself dirty. Better no spare at all. And third thing we do is take the headlights out in the dark. See how they perform. We already did a video on that. Headlight test night drive on YouTube. If you didn't see it, we'll have a link for that at the end of this video so you don't miss anything. Under the hood is a proven, reliable 3.5 liter V6 they've been using forever. If you use 91 octane, it points out to 295 horsepower. If you use standard unleaded, it drops to 284. Thank goodness they got rid of the CVT transmission, went to a real 9-speed automatic transmission. A nice ZF brand. Thank you very much. In 2-wheel drive, this is rate 21 to 26 mpg. In all-wheel drive like this, 20 to 25 mpg. We'll be taking this out in the real world to see what the real numbers are, so don't go away. This motor does a pretty good job of pulling this 4,700 pound vehicle. It can also tow 6,000 pounds, we're told, if you care to do so. Infiniti makes some very nice cabins, and this is definitely one of them. Fantastic leather trim. Looks really nice. Even has it on the dash, too. 2 bucket seats in the second row here. And we do have third row seating. That's a bit cramped back here. So with this particular vehicle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 passengers. Maybe an extra one if you can squeeze someone in the back. Got a decent sized glove box here. We get a decent sized info screen. Moving down here, I'm glad to see all of the climate controls are separate from the screen. That way if the screen ever dies, as most of them eventually will, you can still have your climate here. Pretty simple knobs, buttons, very easy to use. A volume knob for the radio. Would be nice if they had a tuning knob, but they don't. Oh well. Your typical goofy shifter that Grandma will not be able to figure out when she takes us to church on Sundays, but you'll get the hang of it. A very quality, high-resolution camera. You can control the screen with this knob, like so. Or get the screen dirty with your fingers if you want. Take your pick. Sorry about the glare, but it's that time of day. Very nice gauge cluster. One thing I cannot stand on vehicles are heads-up displays. There you go. It's hard to see because I turned down the brightness all the way. Because that's all you can do with this. You can't turn it off, apparently. So I'll have to stick a rag down the hole, I guess. We demonstrate that in our night vision video. Most of the car's settings are done on the gauge cluster, not the info screen, which is very inconvenient and kind of a pain, but it can be done. You'll get used to it. This vehicle's been in the fleet for over 1,400 miles, averaging 20.6 mpg. You see by the 27 mile per hour speed, mostly city commuting. We're taking this on a highway trip later on tonight to get the highway mileage, so don't go away. Let's do some driving, and this has excellent power steering. Good feeling feedback, no complaints. Nice firm brake feel. And we do have a drive mode switch here. I'm going to leave it in sport. The ride's a bit bumpy with these large wheels and tires, but nothing to complain about. By the way, this car has two choices for the rearview mirror. You have the glass, or you click this, and you have a nice wide angle camera system. Great for driving on the freeway. If you want to see how this works at night, you need to watch our night drive video. And so far, 50% highway driving, 50% city driving, averaging 20.6 mpg. We'll reset some of this and take a highway trip. See what type of fuel economy we get. The V6 engine in this vehicle is an old design, not the smoothest and quietest I've ever had, but very strong and powerful, and very durable and reliable. As long as you get one that's connected to a real transmission instead of one of those chunky CVT gearboxes, you'll be just fine. At 75 miles per hour, there's a lot of wind noise around the mirrors. Aside from that, it's pretty quiet, and this is a very comfortable vehicle to drive on highway trips. Alright, time to pull over. There's our official numbers. So what do I think about this Infiniti after a week of driving? A few little minor quirks. I never could figure out how to turn off the heads-up display. Maybe I missed a button somewhere. If I did, leave a comment in the comment section. And the radio was a bit harder to program. I would like, those are minor things, mean nothing. I was 100 points. I'd give this 98. Really, really nice vehicle. Something you drive every day without any real issues. If you're looking at one of these, take a test drive. I think you'll like it. And it's getting dark, so if you want to see how these headlights work and watch our night drive video, that link is coming up. Click and watch. We're already here.